Hey, this is Logan with Safe House Construction, doing your free inspection. So I want to do a video. I'm going to try and hold this close so that you can hear me over the wind. But I wanted to come over here and take a look at the chimney and then point out a couple other things that I noticed on the roof. So getting up here and looking at the chimney, usually we do look at the flashing as the first thing. And you can see, I mean, some of the flashing, yeah, it's lifted up, right? And you can see probably this from the ground. But you can see how the flashing is coming off the wall. What we do usually is you see people caulk it and then you nail it and then you try to put some adhesive to seal it to the brick. But I don't think this is actually where the leak is coming from. There's a couple issues here. If we look back, obviously the gutter's falling off, but there's a shingle here where it has a hole in it. But I don't think that's going to be the issue for you seeing water coming inside the chimney. I think it's actually going to be this little gap right here at the top layer. I'll try to get a good view of it. But inside of this little hole, it's still wet. And so it's kind of hard to see on camera. But that area is still wet. And I would imagine that's probably where some of the water is coming from. If it's not just from that area, it could be from different areas as well. So I looked around the whole chimney and this is starting to happen where, I mean, you can see I can almost fit a whole finger through this hole, and that would definitely allow water to come in. And you can see what it looks like when it's not like that. All the mortar is still there. So it's just because the chimney is old. Now we could fill it with some sealant, or you could have a chimney person come out here and put the mortar back in. You can see the moisture, it's kind of pulling this brick out a little bit. You can see it's not even. So what I would imagine is water's getting in there, and then possibly some other sources. I would always want to fix your shingles as well, because that may contribute to rotting out the wood, the fascia wood, and that's why the gutter may be falling off. In addition to, you know, high winds, it wouldn't take much if the wood is rotted there. And then you'll see a lot of these shingles, I don't know if there's just decay and brittle shingles on the roof, or if there was a squirrel trying to get up here. But I did notice there are a couple areas on the roof that have some repairs. You can see the different color shingles. Some of the shingles on these repairs are still kind of soft. There's some soft spots on the roof. Usually means there's rotted wood underneath. So maybe they did their shingle repairs, but they didn't fix the wood. I don't know, but I'd have to pull up the shingles to look. But again, this is why I say maybe some squirrels or something's getting on the roof, tearing up the shingles, because you can see all the scratches over here. And it looks like, you know, maybe some wind or possible animal damage trying to deteriorate some of these shingles here. I noticed up here on the ridge, just so you can see, there is, you know, a couple shingles that are cracked. These are hip and ridge shingles. They're designed to bend over and fold, whereas I guess someone did a repair here and put these architectural shingles over this. And again, these are supposed to lay flat, so I would recommend replacing these at some point as well, because that can cause a leak, because they're not supposed to fold like that. And then anything that's open nails, you'll see that you have exposed nails. Those need to be caulked and sealed, and you'll see it always around your pipes as well. All these nails need to be sealed. Just caulk, you know, make sure no water's getting in. And then it looks like a shingle over here has blown off, a missing shingle. We can fix that too. But what I wanted to really point out was the point of the chimney. There could be a couple different areas the water's coming in at. We can always try to seal it with silicone and then fix the flashing, caulk up some of these nails, fix the gutter, fix a couple of these shingles. But I just want to do a video so you can see everything, and then we can go from there with your options. So I just want to say thanks again for the opportunity. This is Logan with Safe House Construction.